Good morning, Lacers. Today's daily live number 23 of Lacing Your Narrative with a Spiritual Thread. And this is our last day of focusing on when was a time that you didn't feel spiritual. Today, I was thinking of talking about creation or being created or the creator. I often think about, or sometimes like calling God or my understanding of God or all that as kind of my creator. And in the thought of when was a time that you didn't feel spiritual, if I think of when was a time that I didn't feel connected to the creator, or I think for me, like being part of my creation, I'm going to change my internet connection real quick. So I've been having a lot of technical issues for folks, so I do apologize for that. Some of my equipment is breaking down, and I'm just not in a position to get new equipment. So I might lose you for just one quick second. I'll be right back, I promise. Sorry about that. I really apologize for that. Like I said, I've just been having a problem with my equipment. One of the ports went out. So, anywho, I don't need to bore you with all that, but I just had to reset everything. So here we are. All right. So I was talking about a way of good morning, herding cats for you. It's good to see you. And so one of the ways is I was thinking about if, God, if creator, times when I wasn't connected with my creation. So I believe that I am continually being created, that like my creation isn't done. I think there were parts of me that were created, maybe that I was born with, and then I don't know. Anyway, I just don't feel like my creation, me being created, isn't over. I do feel like for a long time, and maybe in some parts of my life, I do feel like I've been created, or things have been created in me that were not my choosing, or that I didn't have a relationship with that creation, nor do I think that it was really of God. I think that there are, there were abusive situations. There were just a lot of things that were created in me that because I didn't address them, I didn't deal with them. Maybe I couldn't do anything about them at the moment, that they just kind of, they landed in me and on me and caused me then to be different. And because of that was created in me, or that was in me, it caused me to have interactions with people and situations in ways as a response to that which happened to me, instead of a response of me, I guess me and what I would call now as my creator or God or higher power or spirituality. And so I feel like I've been a victim, I'll say like a victim, or I've had an experience of being a victim of my creation, of my creator, even maybe. And so I guess in that sense, that would be a time that I didn't feel super connected to that, partially because I lacked the awareness. I also think I just lacked the ability to create something different with all that. So right now, I feel like I have a I'm a co-creator with my creator and things that are a part of my creation, which is a really kind of powerful thing. I think for a long time, I thought I just created everything for myself, and I had to create everything for myself and within myself. Like I was my own creator, and I had to, I was responsible for my creation and everything that was in my life or not in my life. And I fell short often. I couldn't create the things that I wanted to create. Like I couldn't get the results that I wanted to get in life, when it was just me trying to do it all on my own. The truth of it is that a lot of things were creating me, and a lot of things were created in me and around me and with me that I was not aware of, nor did I feel like I was a part of, but it was happening either way. So I feel like I've gotten to a place in my life in which I am like, it's not about me. I don't think it's about me completely like turning myself over to creator or the creator, but I think it's about me being in relationship with that thing, that allows me to begin to get the results that I was always trying to have. Like I always say, I used to always say I'm gradually becoming the person that I always thought I was. I used to say man. Now I say person. But now I don't feel like I'm gradually becoming the person I always thought I was. Actually, I'm gradually becoming the person beyond who I thought I could be, which is totally a gift of having a spiritual life, and a gift of traveling through my experience and finding the whole truth of the experiences and what happened after the fact. I've just started to realize that, like I can become more than that person that I just hoped I could be or tried to be. I think I've talked about this in the sense of like, I kind of have very much kind of that I grew up in poverty. So I think I've still had that kind of poverty mentality in life, that even though I might like shoot a little higher, I still only go so far, because that's just how I believed it. That's what I believed was only possible. And poverty, not in the sense of just like, money and possessions and things like that, but more of like poverty of the spirit, of values, of experience, of friendships, of love, of grace, of I think for a long time just surviving was like, just surviving and being able to keep a smile on my face and be kind, like that was the goal. And I don't think that that's why we're created. I think we're created for something more. Herding cats for you says, painful to admit, but me too. Yeah. We are, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what I hope for. I see people who tend to live in spaces of abundance. And again, it's not necessarily, yes, there's that abundance of like financial security and, you know, uh, uh, not having to live with roommates and, things like that. But I think it's more of like just seeing joy and happiness and confidence and charity and grace in other folks beyond whatever I thought I could experience. It's like I've learned in recovery. I learned when you're first getting in recovery, they recommend that you get like somebody who can help you, somebody who can guide you through the process of getting and staying sober. And the way you kind of select a person is you pick somebody who has what you want, somebody who has a life, who speaks about their experience in a way that you want to experience it for yourself. And that's been really helpful for me in recovery. And that's something that I've been really trying to do in other parts of my life. I recently am part of another recovery group. And in that time, when I was going to choose that person that, I wanted what they had. Normally I wouldn't go to like the top shelf, if you will. Like I wouldn't go that far. Like I wouldn't go to the person that I see has all the bells and whistles and all the humility and all the joy and all the sparkle that I want to have. Maybe I would go with someone who's like maybe 2 or 3 degrees down just in their growth. Again, it's not a judgment. And this time I went for the sparkliest thing on the shelf, on the tallest shelf, from my point of view. I hate putting things on like that sort of level, but I'm just trying to explain to you the ways that I was. I'd always go to I'd go to the well, so to speak. If I'm ordering a drink at the bar, I'm going to get the cheapest drink at the bar, and want the results of, I guess the analogy isn't so great, but but wanting the results, I guess, or the prestige or the quality of that which was on the top shelf. And so I'm really trying to find a way for me to stretch toward the things that I never thought I could experience. And for me, when I'm not doing that, when I'm not reaching toward abundance, when I'm not experiencing an abundance, when I'm coming from a space of scarcity or poverty, then I think that is a space that I'm not connected with my creator, or deeply connected with my spiritual self or my spirit. So yeah, so I think that's all I was going to say there. I think it's something I could definitely think on a little bit more. A lot of the times this is me processing things that are going on in my head. So I appreciate having a space to just speak it, because I do think I am more of an outside external processor than somebody who does it in their heads, even though I do spend a lot of time in my head. But anywho, tomorrow is our 5 of 8. So it's our 5th week of our Lacing Your Narrative with the Spiritual Thread. So tune in. If you're tuning in for the live stream, it'll be at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will give you the next writing prompt for the next week. And if you miss it, you can always find it where you can find it here. I'll put all the links in the description below. And again, I apologize for some of the tech issues. I think that's just going to be, I don't know, a challenge over the next few days until I can get to a space where I can maybe purchase some equipment and make some adjustments. So we'll see how that rolls out. Thank you so much for your support. For those of you who pray or light candles or those sorts of things, I'm meeting with a doctor today to talk about HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I'm really excited and nervous about that. I'm mostly excited and just nervous that I'm going to have to I don't know, something's going to get in the way of me being able to explore this part of my, to explore more and to, I guess, to lean out there and to stretch out into a new and different way of being. So I'm really excited and hopeful that things are going to be able to move forward in that direction for me. Thanks for all the love, Herding Cats, and I'm glad that you could join me today. You all have a blessed Friday, and I will see you tomorrow for those who can.